Women will always give you signs whether she's interested, whether she's disinterested, and whether she wants to flirt with you. So today's video is all about women and how they flirt silently. Be smart enough to catch it. Okay, so I'm going to help you with a couple of these signs today. All right, point number one. See, if you are attractive, if you are not attractive, if you are someone who's very average in your eyes, that's what you think, okay? But as long as you're even 1% confident, it really works. So now what happens? Women will not always give you compliments directly. Oh, how handsome you are. Oh, how good looking you are. No, they don't make that mistake. She's going to give you indirect compliments. Now, these are like, you know what? I like hanging out with you. You mentally stimulate me. When I'm with you, I just can't keep track of time. I like the fact that we both have so many common interests. She would very casually, nonchalantly drop in a line like, I like the way you dress up, or I like your confident vibe. So things like that. Now, what happens is that if you were smart enough, you're going to catch it. And this is when she's trying to tell you that, hey, you know what, I'm interested. Let's keep the conversation going, or let's meet up more. When women silently flirt, they sometimes land up saying that I bet you already have a lot of girlfriends, or I bet a lot of women already DM you, or I bet, you already get a lot of attention from other girls, stuff like that. Now, what does this mean? I'm going to psychologically decode it for you, because women here are silently flirting with you. Now see, women always have a strong sixth sense about a guy who is desired by other women. A woman will always want a man who is wanted by other women. Now you already have that kind of charisma. A woman who silently is trying to flirt with you will assume that you already have a lot of options, because that is the kind of attractive energy you are showing, you are exuberating, okay? So she lands up actually saying these kind of statements that I bet, a lot of women like you and they try to message you, or I'm shocked that you don't have a girlfriend and you're single. That's not possible. Those are ways of her telling you that she is attracted to you and she is trying to silently flirt with you. This point is actually interesting, okay? And this happens normally in a gathering or in a house party. If you're out clubbing somewhere, you're in a college gathering or something. So what happens is that if a woman is interested in you, she is going to somewhere subconsciously follow your body language. Now, this psychological response is called mirroring. So in a mirror, like when you stand in front of it, the person, the other side of the mirror is actually you, but the two of you are doing the same thing. So mirroring what women do when they're attracted to you. For example, if the man is, sitting in a chair, but he just leans back, or he just touches his face, or he just tends to like look away somewhere, subconsciously the women after a few seconds or a few minutes would land up doing the same thing. And if the two of you are sitting somewhere close by and in a common friend circle or a common gathering, and you guys are maybe talking or not talking to each other but sitting close, if your leg, let's say left leg, is over your right leg, what will happen subconsciously with her, that her right leg will come over her left leg. So which means that both your legs are going to be pointing towards each other. And sometimes the body can't control the attraction that it's going through towards a certain person. So this is just to show that the woman wants to sync her energies with yours. She wants to get to know you in a better manner. Eye contact. Now this is such a huge thing and a giveaway as far as body language is concerned. So women, if they're attracted to you, they're going to look at you, they're going to gaze, but they're not just going to gaze. No, they're going to hold that glance for a second, and then they're going to look away, and then they're going to look back at you, and then they're going to look away till you catch their eye, and till you catch them looking at you. they continue to do this, but in very, very silent and a very quiet manner so that it doesn't become very obvious. See, this is how it looks like. Any eye contact is never random, okay? All you guys need to understand that. Most of the men think that a woman is just being nice, but women normally don't have a gaze and they're holding it for 1 or 2 seconds unless they're attracted. Now, this is how it looks like. For example, you're going in a coffee shop, you're ordering coffee, but there's a woman already sitting on the table. You guys are strangers. She's just gonna look at you and then look at a coffee, sip it maybe, and then just look at you again, and then look away and just pretend that she's doing something else. So you will also understand these signs. Most of the men also have a good sixth sense, but not as strong as a woman. So yeah, I mean, it's always nice to go by your instinct as well. Women get attracted and women flirt silently with men who are not typically good looking, but men who hold presence when they enter a room. So now what tends to happen is that if a guy who has a phenomenon, this is a psychological phenomenon called the halo effect, then everybody wants to come and say hi to him. Everybody wants to come and talk to him. This sort of man is, his words carry weight. He is talking with authority and he is talking with confidence. And this psychological phenomenon, halo effect, this works beautifully. And what does it mean? This simply means that if people assume that you have one highly attractive quality, for example, you're very good to talk to everyone and you personalize your conversation. So when you're talking to me, you would ask me about, let's say, my parents, or how am I doing, or some personal information about me that you remember, and you want to ask and personalize the conversation. Not many people have that trait, okay? So now others assume that if you have this highly attractive quality, then you have other high qualities as well. For example, like you're a good decision maker, or you have leadership qualities, or you have emotional intelligence. So basically women, when they spot a man like this who holds presence in the room, in that case women would want to silently flirt with such men because they're high value men. If they look important, if they have something important to do and say, and that is what people around him assume, then that is the kind of man she would silently flirt. Women are going to find reasons to be around you. Now, this could be anywhere, in a house party, cafeteria, or any gathering. But what she's going to do is she's going to be around you. So she would want to be in the same friend circle or people that you're talking to. She would want to be a part of that group. She would want to be a part of the conversation that's going on. She would also want to, if you're not in a group, but you're just standing alone and doing something, she would go up and down, walk by up and down, pass a couple of times so that you notice her. She's going to make sure that you notice her. And while passing, if she's playing with her hair in a playful manner, of course, that's another sign. There's something that psychologically happens to us when we're attracted to a man. We start playing with our hair. Okay, it's something silly, but it always happens, okay? Women also silently flirt in a gathering when they're introduced to a friend's friend or a stranger. If you are at a house party or an office party, or generally you are in 2 different departments, but she's been noticing you. Now, when she flirts silently with you, she would want to come and talk to you and make some sort of conversation, maybe around work or around things that you're doing or around things that she has heard about you from her friends. So now women first try, what they notice is that how much are you respected amongst the men. So a man who is respected by other men, a man who is always, let's say your style is copied, the way you dress up, that is copied by other men, the way you talk or the way you walk or the way you do things, that's copied by other men. And the men who respect you will always want to hang out with you. They would want to introduce you to their other friend circle as well. Those are the men who would obviously they value your opinion and they're going to wait for your input if they ask you for some advice also. Women notice these little things and then they silently flirt with you and try to make some sort of indirect conversation. So my thing is, guys, that own up your attractiveness. You are good looking, and even if you think you're average looking, but I'm sure there is something that you have in you, which is just being honest with yourself and being yourself. no matter what it is, okay? And women do notice all kinds of men as long as the authenticity is maintained. So own up to your authenticity, be proud of it, and always carry it as your best accessory. So I hope next time when you are in the company of some women, you know or you don't know, they're familiar or they're strangers, this video is going to somewhere come in handy. It's going to be helpful, and do subscribe to the channel because I want the men's community to grow, and do click on the hype button for this video to go to a lot of other men so that it's helpful for them. And I'm going to see you soon. Ta-da!